There was only one
Yo!
thing.
Yo! That's not a crown. That's
Then down his head.
okay. This game is dark. I ain't lying. This game is fucking dark.
And the rest I think you know.
So let's just say this is a suicidal family. Thank you so much. I can always see it. Hello! Kamusta na naman sa inyo lahat? Tayo nagbabalik sa panibagong video. Yeah, let's go! Maglaro tayo ng The Remains of Edith Finch. Actually, it's kinda nice. Maglaro ulit ng isang chill narrative game. Hindi horror, of course. Nakaka-stress. Anyway, maglaro na tayo nito. Actually, God dang it. May laway sa screen. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna play it now. Actually, it's kinda nice na nandito ako. Ayan. So, how am I gonna... Oh!
A lot of this is, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just gonna start at the beginning, with the house.
Okay, I guess, simula na agad. So, isn't it really nice, isn't it? I mean, I'm not gonna even lie. Anyway, we're gonna go now. Whoa! Pwede tayo gamit ng ship. Mostly kasi lahat ng ship.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Okay, when you're 11 years old, well, I suggest na babae ka. Ano ba yung mga controls? Saan siya na guys, puro practical. Okay.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
I haven't been back since my brother Lewis funeral. Okay, so basically namatay ang kapatid mo. Yeah, parang weird. It's kind of sad na namatay, but anyway.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Saan tayo dadaan? Dito? Baba? Or pataas? Hindi ko mag-gets. Pataas pa o pababa? The Finches. Okay, dito tayo sa pababa. Gusto ko laging pababa eh. Well, I guess it's an atmosphere. Oh.
Even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent, as if they're about to say something but never do.
Kasi itong narrative game. Ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, okay? Angas eh, no?
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Well, dito tayo dadaan.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Okay, I guess. So, ano talagang nangyari sa kanila? I don't really...
As a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Hello?
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Okay. Okay, that's kinda sad. I ain't gonna lie. Wala nga akong masabi, actually. I don't know, it's chill game eh. What can I say? What can I ask? Anong gusto mong sabihin ko? I don't know what I'm saying right now, but what can I say? So weird. Ito yung sa likod. What if meron sa likod? Ano yun? Ba't? Ano yun? Whoa.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Oh, what an atmospheric game it is, isn't it?
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Sino-sino kayo?
For the first time in years,
Paano kayo namatay lahat?
I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Like how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Daming cat food. Ang daming salmon. Like, hindi ko
The
gets.
table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Okay.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Sank? Ito nasa ilalim ng bahay? Atlantis ba? Oh, angas.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit. Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Parang familiar rin sa. Oo, parang familiar sa.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Edith, Milton, Lewis, Dawa, Gus, Gregory, Sam, Calvin, Barbara, Molly, Eddie, Walter, and Odin. Okay. Bakit tatlo? Ano meron dyan? Wow! Angas! Magawa nga yun sa bahay ko.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Calvin, nakikita. Now, alam ko bakit may ganyan. May mga peepholes sila. Save Ed. Spend Ed. Sinit parang cute. Wow! Ang angas ng bahay na to, pre. Like, lahat ng memories nandito lahat. Big good.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Bakit? Dahil my friend Bigfoot, Barbara Finch, now showing. Oh, well, that's kinda cute. Ain't gonna lie. Wala akong pake. Barbara.
Edie's father Odin built the original house.
Nakulang ko ng bite na no. Siyang pinakauna. Tayo na sa pinaka si Edith. Tayo si Edith eh. So, ano ibig sabihin ng title? Like, what remains of Edith Finch? Kung ano man ang remains niya.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Around 1,000.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Yo! Ano to?
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
What? So natap dito yung kapatid mo?
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door.
Oh.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
It's like I had no idea where all our moments. Yeah, I actually don't understand kung ano nangyayari. Molly.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Sila para ano? Para silang detained. No wonder why. Siguro, bakit kaya? Like, nawawala. Para silang nagkikidnap eh.
Being
Kinikidnap.
inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Para to sana. Pag ang nagkaroon ng anak, ganito yung gagawin.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here, before my mom sealed the doors.
Molly Finch.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Yo! Yo! What the hell is this? Bruh, this game is good, I ain't gonna lie.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
But Mom, I'm starving. God dang it.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Boy. Stop.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Wag. Don't eat. Eat the stone, not the freaking fish. Dilim. Wala pang ilaw.
I kept eating and eating.
No, not the toothpaste, girl. Not the toothpaste. Seriously? Oh, come on, girl.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Saan ang galing yan? Okay, that's kind of weird. Magtatay-tay ka niyan. Toothpaste?
Then I heard
Seryoso?
chirping outside my window.
Oh.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
Whoa.
And suddenly, I was a cat.
You! Ano to? Ano to? Shape-shifting shit? No way I'm a cat. Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Meow, meow,
I
meow.
tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Okay. Ah, sayang. Visit.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Whoa. Saan tayo mapunta dito? Teka. didn't even look at me. So how am I gonna protect that? Doon sa may taas. Hindi pwede yun. Dito tayo. Kinda sad dahil hindi ano. Ano to, nagiging pusa ka or something? Okay, dito.
I jumped and I almost got her.
What's up?
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Okay. Kinda good.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
What? Well, I guess you're a cat. That's explained
I
a lot.
gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Hey, this is kinda weird. Kinda lie.
Rabbits.
Come here, little rabbit. I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna fucking eat you. Mas. Well, I guess hindi ako nagbibiro nung sinabi ko is chill game. Napaka-chill na ito. Kahit na mainit. Ang init sa Pinas! Pwede ko maramdaman yung lamig sa sa game. Oh! Oh! So maghanap tayo ng makukuha nating rabbit. Come here, little rabbit! Yes!
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
That's
Then
good,
I
little
flew
girl.
off to find something bigger.
Something bigger. So, something bigger. Where's that bigger? Ito pala maging ibon.
A mama rabbit.
Mama rabbit. You wanna eat a mama rabbit? Come here, mama rabbit. Come here. God dang it. God dang it. I missed. Mamaya ka sa akin, mama rabbit. Mamaya ka sa akin. Pag nahanap kita, sige. Ayun. Come here, mama rabbit. Come here. Yes!
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What? Whoa, what? Yo, what the heck is this? What the? Okay, fine. I guess a ship.
I rolled off the cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
I was hungrier than ever.
I wanted fat, juicy seeds. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Where are you? Dito ka pala.
Grabbed on tight. I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
So, ano ka naman ngayon? Ew! Ano yan? As? Bro, isa siyang anaconda, pre. Gagi. Okay, I guess we're gonna hunt that bird.
thought I was a
ahas?
monster and I smelled people everywhere.
Wait. Don't tell me you're gonna eat people. I mean, I know, alam ko may expert ako sa mga pagkain ng tao, pero...
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Oh! Okay! This girl is a monster! Damn!
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Tahimik lang. Hello, Captain!
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had
Grabe.
to have, so I swam towards it.
Grabe yung game na to, pre.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Okay, a nice smell, I guess. That's, ang weird, hindi wala, ang weird. Ang weird, ano to? Oh, fuck. Are we gonna eat children? Okay, I guess we're gonna eat children, that's good.
I got closer and closer.
What? Ito yung kwarto ko ah. But it's getting weird.
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Okay, that's kind of weird in a way. That's really, really, really weird. I can't even lie. Can't even lie to me, god dang it. Okay, fine, I guess.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though,
Okay, next.
when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Ano to? Kinikwento niya ba yung sarili niya or kinikwento
Her
niya
room
yung
was like a
sarili?
museum.
Oh, din.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
What? Kaya ba yun?
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Edit.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Napakakasing game na to. Ain't gonna lie. Any food? Else and all this line? Something? Maybe may mga food. Ayun. Secret in this Bathroom by Sven and Edith Finch. Ah, no. Another ano na naman.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Whoa! Angas. Okay.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Spend. Grabe yung bahay na to, no?
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
Grabe yung bahay. Pre, putik na yan. Magawa nga to sa mga anak ko.
And that he never talked about him.
Command center.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Okay, I guess mag-swing tayo.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Let's fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready!
Coming! But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Ginagawa natin.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Okay, Mom. Jeez.
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up.
Whoa! Ang bilis natin!
Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
Whoa! Okay, fine then. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home, Ma. I'm gonna kill myself. Wait, gusto mo ba? Seryoso? Tinatawag ka na ng mama mo, pre. Okay, fine. You wanna write it, right? So ito ba yung story ng kung paano namatay ang buong pamilya nila? Like, I don't understand. How's the story so good? Paano nagugustuhan to ng mga tao? Maybe because tanga lang talaga ako?
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Kill yourself. Sorry, guy. Whoa! Whoa!
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Ano yun? Pinatay niya yung sarili niya
After the
dahil...
funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
May another secret, isn't it? Grabe tong bahay na to. Sinong gumawa ng bahay na to? Pwede ko ba malaman? Come on, come on. Yes! Another passageway. There we go.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Ito na yung panlabas. Okay. Sino naman to?
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
This is Barbara. This is my bro. Bata, okay, bata pa yun. God damn it, Morgan.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Barbara, 1944. Oh, namatay nga talaga sila. Kinda how sad, though.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Oh, no.
Oh, Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Oh, sundan tayo makapunta. Holy shit! Ginagalaw natin! Sorry, okay. What the heck is that?
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
What? Ito ba talaga yung ano dito sa may dito? Yo! Dadabog ako!
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Okay. Ang weird sa comics tayo.
Rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Oh my god, ito na naman. Ito. Wish na yan. What the heck?
Walter, are you there? Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
What?
And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay,
Okay, kasi tayo
Barbara,
pupunta.
there's gotta be...
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Okay, I guess walang tao dito.
She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Oh!
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Wala ka naintindihan sa mga nangyari. Sa angas. Actually. Ay, kawan. Kung sabihin ito si Walter. What the
boogeyman had vanished. She
That's not what-
listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Okay, ito na po ako. Wait, biglang nakawala ang mga tao dito. Nag-teleport pa sila? Paturo nga.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent.
So, nagang rape siya.
She had a taste
Kinda
for
sad.
stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Oh, that's kind of scary. I can't get a lie.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Oh, man. Ew. Happy birthday, Barbara. So, malaki na si Barbara. Okay. So, lalabas na tayo neto. Well, nakita natin kung saan yung susi ng ano eh.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yep. Kasi feel like parang may bubulaga sa akin. Like, I mean, tangin naman siya, walang tao dito eh. Asa yung tenga? Ayun. So, anong meron kaya makikita natin? May baba. I guess wala naman siguro. Not particular. Parang meron. Tama ba ako? Yep.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Ano kaya meron sa pako?
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Whoa! What the heck? What the heck? Okay. What kind of other world is this shit?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Walter.
Goodbye,
Okay.
everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
For 30 years, nandun siya sa baba.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped.
Whoa.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
So, namatay siyang virgin. In other words.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Oh, man. What? I don't know. Okay. Okay, so I guess dito tayo pupunta mamaya. Still, parang napakaganda ng game. But hindi ako masyadong na-touch sa mga kung mamatay ka man o hindi. I don't know.
I know it's out there, somewhere.
I don't know. It's just maybe I'm just cold enough not to
Whatever
cry on
killed
this
Barbara.
shit. Whatever killed Barbara. Oh,
And
na-trauma
Molly.
siya. And Molly.
And
Sana ako na
Calvin.
maraming pagkain. Calvin.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Yo! He died dahil sa... Okay, that's really, really dark.
Walter died when I was 6.
When I was 6.
I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure
Bro.
my mom was trying to protect me.
Napaka-crazy ng pamilyan to. Oh. Yung mo, may kamay ako. Wait, buntis ba ako? What the heck? Buntis ka ako. Meron pa akong sising, oh. Ba? Buntis ako, alam ko. Tingnan mo naman yung tiyan ko, oh.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Pwede pa tayo kumain.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can
An
only
uncle?
imagine what else she was hiding.
Can only about it. Right. So, dito
I
ako
don't want to
tumatay.
make the same mistakes she made. trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two,
No, there's only one of us left for
I
me.
thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Oh, gets ko! Namatay si Walter dahil nasagasaan siya ng malaking tren.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Oh, look! A dandelion.
But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
Okay, kala ko papamatay tayo sa tubig. God damn it. Kala ko papamatay ka, tingnan mo, buntis ka, oh. Ginayo pa, ha? Huwag mo isama yung
Though, to be
bata.
honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Sure, probably as lost as you probably do right now.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
It's a nice narrative game. Ain't gonna lie. Kahit hindi ako nagsalita buong oras kasi medyo naano ako.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Yo, dito namatay yung yung isa. Teka, ano pangalan nun? Calvin. Sobrang siya sa kakaswing kaya doon siya namatay, oh. It's kinda sad, though.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Papamatay ka? Oh, hindi. Kate. Ano ba
It's
yan?
embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Pet
3 of the
cemetery.
gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Oh, that's kinda sad.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Barbara Finch. Walter Finch. Edith Finch. Ben Finch. Calvin Finch. Molly Finch. Ba't tayo mo sumama sa pamilya mo?
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Easy lang, okay? Baka mahulog ka, buntis ka.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Ikaw namatay, patay ang anak mo. I never would come. Oh, 22 weeks pregnant nga. Tama, pregnant nga siya. Bro, you're pregnant and then you're still doing this shit? How cute. Ingat, ingat.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Yo.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
U.S. Marine.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
What? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
It's too early, Dad. Okay.
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit.
Smile.
Okay, got it.
Smile.
I'm gonna take some
Dawn.
pictures, okay?
Go
Just
on.
be careful. The camera's older than you are.
Where are you, Dawn?
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I definitely won't be moving.
Are you done yet?
Does it sound like a hey?
That's a keeper.
That's nice, that's nice.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Okay. What about itong baril?
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your... Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Don.
Tay.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember
Wow,
that.
no, talaga siya, di ba?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about
Dad!
Whoa! What the heck? Kaya siya namatay?
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Tangina, that's kinda sad. Ganun namatay si ano? Aww. Seriously? That's really, really fucking sad, man. It's kinda sad na hindi man lang ako naiiyak. Ito. Hirap mo hanapin, ha? Daming sikreto ng bahay na to.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
You what? What? Divorce contract, Sam.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
I'm a child.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Gumagalaw pa rin. What's up, Taki Tag? What's up, Taki Tag? What's up? What's up? Backflip!
Nova Gregory, it's time to...
What?
Hello?
Backflip!
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Backflip! Backflip!
I wonder what he saw.
I saw a frog doing a backflip stuff. Oh god.
What his world was like.
Ang hirap. Ang hirap, gag. Ang
He
hirap.
reminded me so
Yun.
much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw.
Yeah. Hey, yo, awesome.
It sure made him happy.
What the heck? This is so weird. Can't lie. So weird but fun. Sumunod ka sa akin.
I know how silly it sounds. was slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Ano nangyari?
Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Okay, I guess.
I wish you could have told us about the world he saw.
Yo, yo, yo! Malulunod si Greg!
There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything.
Yo, so, oh, okay.
But I
It's
know
got
what
really
happened
dark a bit.
wasn't your fault.
I know what.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
No way, bro. Damn, bro. So that's how Gregory died. In a pool of bathtub. Jeez. It's kind of sad. But hindi man ako
I
naiiyak.
can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet
Gus. Poetry for Gus.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Oh, so you're gonna play Saranggola all day long.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that I
now
remember.
pronounce you husband and wife to make him thrive.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to
Come here.
But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Yo! That's bad! Stop it, Gus. Jeez, you're a big bad wolf.
The wind
Big
picked
bad
up,
boy.
and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Nasa tent sila.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Come here!
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Damn!
wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't, until we found you.
So, namatay siya dahil sa bagyo. Okay, that's kind of really
She never
sad.
talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Tarantadong bata kasi.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Oh, come on, buntis ka. Huwag mong pilitin sarili mo.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
Gone.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Sanjay. Okay.
Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go.
Gone.
I'm sure Edie
Louis.
was happy to have her back.
Milton. Edith.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal, but it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Angas dito, no?
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Yo! Angas! Pwede siyang animator.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
For when Milton disappeared. 4 years old is kinda sad.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room, until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
So, Mom. Naman to. Tapos tayo
Louis's
dinadala
room
eh.
smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on. Louis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
He died a lot. Sobrang pagkamatay niya sa game, namatay rin siya in real life. Sorry, I mean, goddammit. Dawn Finch.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Okay, I guess. What the heck is this?
He kept working at the cannery.
Okay.
But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
What?
wander.
Whoa.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth.
Nabaliw siya, in other words.
He'd feel his way about. Then something moved.
Something.
Bats.
Bats.
And toads.
Whoa, dragon.
And things that have not names.
Bro, what the hell is this game?
He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find
Kailangan natin
himself.
gagawin to. I hope to find him.
But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery.
Parang ako daydreaming sa school.
I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Hope. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something.
Oops, sorry.
Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis.
St. Louis.
He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
Mahinig ka kaya sa mama mo, pre?
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
Handsome queen, beautiful prince. Handsome queen.
handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for
Sinister repents, radiant rainbows.
radiant rainbows.
Laging kanan. Oops. My bad.
He followed the sound of her
Proud sound of her guitar or guitar.
electric sitar. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Whoa! Yung RPG na to.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Hirap na ito. Okay.
But he was so proud of having created it.
Okay.
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Nilulu moments. In other words, baliw siya. Yan.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Okay, that's kind of weird. Cannery.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Yun ang bang kaya mo?
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
na ako nadilulo.
including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising them.
Yo, may pusa! Thank you so much. Wala naman akong ginawa pero sige. Salamat, salamat. Si Molly, oh.
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
Yo! That's not a crown, that's...
Then down his head.
Okay, this game is dark, I ain't lying. This game is fucking dark.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Depression. Okay,
My brother
nagpakamatay
was
rin pala
really
siya.
cool. I wish you could have met him.
Yeah. Kinda sad too. So, let's just say this is a suicidal family. Thank you so much. I can always see it. Napakaangas. So, magpapamatay rin ba yung karakter natin? I mean, kawawa naman yung bata.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
I'm a child! No, I'm not a child, god dang it. Edith Finch.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
What? Tatlo na sila natira sa pamilya
the
nila.
power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
May mga secret entrance eh, no?
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
So
But I
lowest
never
tide.
thought I'd go back to it.
Yeah.
When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Oh well, straight ahead. Just straight ahead. Don't worry, Miss, my grandma,
I
Eddie.
got turned around.
What? Sino yan?
For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car, and I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
Yo, angas.
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it, but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself.
Sino to?
But I guess if we're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Whoa, ito na yung ano. Yung anak niya. Yung anak niya. Ito na.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Story by Giant Sparrow for Shirley Dallas, 1948 and 2030. Damn. Okay, that's really good. Can't lie. End of everything. So lahat ng storya ng Finch, the Edith Finch lahat. Kinukwento na lang yan, and then nung pinanganak yung anak niya na lalaki, hindi natin alam kung ano pangalan eh. So doon siya namatay. Which is pinapaano na lang niya. Nire-read na lang niya yung istorya. Which is napakaangas. Napakaangas. Hindi siya masyadong sad actually. But the story is far more good. Lahat ng story niya. And I kinda like it, actually. It's kinda weird at the first time, but it's good. Alam natin kung paano namatay lahat, basically. Maraming dark moments. So, yeah. I guess, yeah. It's kinda sad na may isa na lang na nabuhay. Which is yung anak niya. Si John's in the ending of the credits. Okay? Of course, kailangan natin yung credits. But dang, we've been actually playing for like 2 hours. Hindi ko man na napansin. Woo! So, sino to? Ito yung ginawa nilang mga bata yung picture nila. Just napakangas, parang team sa game. Tingnan lang natin yung pinaka-end credits talaga. Well, I guess, hindi na sayang yung pera, oh. Kasi nakita ko lang to sa cellphone sa TikTok ata. Na napakaganda daw. So, yeah, it's kinda good. Yeah, I know, it's kinda boring. But the more you actually see the story behind all of it, it's just so good, actually. They basically suicide themselves. And hindi natin alam yun kung anong mga pwede nilang gawin sa buhay. Ewan ko ba? Anyway, I think mayroon akong magandang idea pag gagawa ko ng bahay. May mga lots of passageways. Actually, it's kinda, yeah. Ang init sa Pinas. Wiset. Oh my God. Hindi ko to halos kakatlat. Yeah, actually. Pa-upload ko lang to. Just pag natapos, lagay ko lang yung facecam ko. Yun na. Export. And I kinda like it to the point na medyo napaiyak ako. Kaya alam ko nagsinungaling ako manahimik ka. The Loving Memory of Louis Finch. The Edith Finch Family. Team. Oh, 2012 and 2017. Edith, Eddie, Dawn, and Louis. The end. Angas! Replay the story option is now available. Select edit to play from the beginning. Well, gusto kompleto natin siya. Oh! So, pwede na natin siyang story ni Edith, story ni Gus, story ni Gregory. Okay. Okay, I guess hanggang dito na lang ang ating video sa araw na to. At sana naman nag-enjoy kayo, actually. It's a nice story, I can't lie. And it's a nice plot. Lahat ng story nila na complete natin just 2 hours. And halos lahat sila nalaman natin. May mga napaka-dark moments. Si Gregory, napaka-dark moments ni Gregory. Pati kay Lewis. Ang dark ang putik na yan. Ewan ko ba God dang it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time. Goodbye.